Seeing your family physician is a typical first starting point for many social anxiety sufferers. And talking about the problem can initially seem overwhelming, but it's a common problem. And your doctor may refer you to a mental health provider who can help make a better diagnosis. Your doctor's going to speak with you and listen to your problems, and they may give you a physical examination to see if there's a physical trigger for your feelings. And for many people, going to the doctor in itself can be overwhelming and embarrassing. Um, you know, it's not necessarily the best starting point in this personal social anxiety test. But watching this video, you know, it's a way of seeing if you truly do suffer with this problem. And, it may be the beginning of a journey for you to find the real, happy, true you. So let's talk about the medical testing aspect. Now, there's no specific conclusive medical test for social anxiety disorder. The medical professionals use a variety of questionnaires combined with a physical exam. One key test used is called the Leibowitz Social Anxiety Scale, and this is a questionnaire where your answers result in a score indicating the scale of social phobia. During therapy, the questions may be asked each week to see if there's any improvement in your feelings. Now, often, a number of questionnaires are filled in each time. In general, though, if you feel frightened of attending social events or gatherings, and in your home feel safe and symptom-free, you're likely to be suffering with some degree of social anxiety. So think about your family. Do any relatives have similar feelings that you have, in your opinion? Tendencies can often show in other family members, as this could be a genetic trait. Are the symptoms of social anxiety having a massive effect on your life with regard to work, dating, and relationships with others? You should look at the emotional signs and symptoms. With social anxiety sufferers, you often feel anxiety in nearly every social situation. For others, anxiety is felt with specific social situations, such as public speaking, taking an exam, going on a date, or talking with strangers. As part of a brief personal social anxiety test, you should ask yourself some of these questions. Do you feel like you often embarrass yourself when being with other people? Worrying is also an emotional sign. Do you find yourself worrying on an intense scale for days or weeks as social situations approach? Are you self-conscious and feel extremely anxious in general day to day? Just going out, taking a trip to a shop or attending a meeting, or just picking up your kids at kindergarten. Do you find yourself crying easily or welling up with emotional feelings? Have you ever thought about harming yourself? If you have, now's the time to make an appointment with your doctor, with a therapist, and get the support that you need from a qualified medical professional. If you're drawn to answer yes to any of the above questions, it's an indicator that you show the emotional signs or symptoms of social anxiety. And it's not wrong to admit if you have these feelings. It's very common. Accepting and understanding these feelings is going to help you move on to a happier new you. And the way you act in a situation, it might show as a behavioral sign of social anxiety. Now, do you find yourself avoiding social situations, or after worrying about them, while they're approaching? And then on the big day, you make an excuse not to attend the social situation. While you're at home, do you run through the event in your mind and feel confident that this time you can attend the party and try speaking to people? Some sufferers of social anxiety, they use alcohol or substance abuse to cope with looming social situations to dull down the nervous feeling. Do you do this? Do you tend to bring a friend or family member with you everywhere to make you feel safer and more comfortable? Are you feeling, yourself in some of these questions by answering yes? You can overcome this problem. And part of the journey to moving past it is being honest with yourself and really accepting your situation. Now, there are also physical signs and symptoms, and they're a little more obvious to spot. You might feel one or many of these symptoms. The combination you suffer, it may be typical for you. Don't worry, in these responses, they're involuntary, and at the moment they may feel beyond your control. So, do you get an upset stomach before a social situation? Do you find your heart beating faster or a tightness in your chest? Do you sweat excessively or have nervous sweating in social situations? Do you feel faint? Does your face go red in public or social situations? Have you, do you have nervous habits like picking your lips or biting your skin around your nails or fingers? This is called dermatillomania and can be another sign of social anxiety. You smoke, drink, or use illegal substances as a way of coping with your feelings. With social anxiety, your reaction to a situation or event is with a higher than average anxiety level, and you get lost in a cycle of avoiding situations and events to control the emotional and physical reactions. And over time, long term, this becomes much worse. You should create a timeline. To extend this test, make a note of everything significant in your life. And it can be useful to stick to a few pieces of paper just on a keyboard monitor or on the wall or whatever, and just draw a line down the middle across all the pages. And on one side, write when and where you were born. And at the far end of the line, write where you're at now and how old you are. And divide these pages into years and make a note of any significant moments, siblings being born, schools you attended, meeting various people, a first date, a new job, something traumatic. A social anxiety test is complex, and it's very likely that a culmination of factors made you feel the way you do now. I want you to check out socialanxietyfix.com right now because I have a video series that's going to show you how to treat social anxiety once and for all. It's totally free, and you can sign up right now and just really start feeling better in minutes. This video is going to show you step by step how to overcome social anxiety and really get to where you need to be. So go ahead and check it out. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.